you guys have done a ton of work where you've had to take a binomial times another binomial, maybe like a 2x plus a 3 times an x minus a 4, and you multiply this together and this and this and this, and you got some kind of trinomial that looks like this. When we factor something, we're doing that entire process backwards. So unlike the previous examples, this does not have, there's not a common factor that I can pull out of each of these terms. First of all, there's no x on this, so I can't pull an x out of everybody. And there's no number other than one that goes into 3 and 16 and 16. So I'm pretty much stuck with this the way it is. And my job here is to find a set of things that multiply together and give me this as an answer. Now, the most important thing for this is you guys be patient with yourselves. The only way that I'm going to recommend doing it is by guess and check. There are tricks to make the guessing checking go faster, and I'll talk about those. But basically, you just have to be patient with yourself, expect to get it wrong a lot more than you get it right, and you'll just get faster as you go with it. But here's the idea. The idea is if you think back to when we were multiplying things together, it was always the case that whatever this first term was, that always came from whatever was here and whatever was here. These two things always multiplied to make that first term. And this last term, go back and look at your old homework. This last term always came from whatever was here times whatever was here. Whatever was here made the last term. And then this middle term was always the combination of this product and this product. That was always made the middle. So this middle is kind of a combination of both that red and that blue. So when we work this out, we're going to try to guess and check two things in the red slots that will make a 16x squared. And we'll try and guess two things in the blue slot to make a positive 3. And we'll know we're right if, when I multiply these and I multiply these and combine them, I get that middle term. So I'm going to try to do this like authentically as I can. Like when I think of 16x squared, in my head I'm thinking 16, it's either 1 times 16, or maybe it's 2 times 8, or maybe it's 4 times 4. I don't know which one of these things it is. It's only one of them. It can't be any of them. It's got to be a specific one, and the only way to know is to try. I'm going to try with the 4x, the 4 and the 4. So two things that multiply to make 16x squared would be 4x and 4x. Now the nice thing is, we're being a little bit kind here, I wouldn't worry about the signs and anything yet, but like this 3, there's only one way to get to a 3 with multiplication, and that is 3 times 1. And so I'm going to just throw down a 3 and a 1. Doesn't matter where I put it right now because I'm just guessing and checking. And I've got a combination of things here where these red things will multiply to make the 16x squared. These blue will multiply to make the positive 3. And now to check it, I'm going to multiply these together. They make 12x. I'll multiply these together. They make 4x. And I'm thinking to myself, this inner and outer need to combine to make this, a positive 16x. Can these combine to make positive 16x? They sure can, as long as these are both positive. So if these are both positive, then I'll get a 16x. And so I'll just put these both as being positive. Now that's my final answer, right up here. I was lucky to get it the first try. I normally don't. So I'll just say, don't expect to get it correct on the first try. Just make sure that what you slap down, this times this makes the first term, this times this makes the last term, and the inner and the outer once multiplied. So I will always draw this nose and this mouth. If you're thinking this looks like a face, you're not alone. So this nose and this mouth, when you multiply the nose and the mouth and combine them, if they don't make the middle term, then you start to mess things up. So I'm going to you just keep trying, This is always difficult at first. So just the most important thing is you're patient with yourself. If you understand the idea of the red multiply to make the red, the blue multiply to make the blue, inner and outer make the middle, it'll get to you eventually. You'll get it eventually. Just keep trying it. I'll try the next example too.